So, check this out, people. Right now, GME has dropped from the high of $27 just a few weeks ago to $18. Now, for those people who are new to the market, or for those people who, within the past few years after investing into AMC, most people who are in the market today on YouTube who are investors are new because of this whole AMC nonsense, or this whole squeeze or MOAS nonsense, right? And so people have come into the Ape family, the YouTube family, in order to get information on what's been going on, and that's how they got their first hand experience in the stock market. And so a lot of these people who are giving advice on YouTube, just like myself, are new to the market. I'm self-taught, and those people who are on YouTube right now, like Tony DeNaro and TMI and all of these other young guys who bought into AMC and sold the MOAS to the masses and made their money, while the majority of those who are in AMC continue to hold. These people are nobodies. They're just regular people who just happen to get into the game, like Scavenger Stonks, another one, like Phil, for real. And a lot of these YouTubers who got on YouTube and started giving financial advice, stock advice to YouTubers and those who watch, and then claimed that they weren't giving financial advice. These people are the ones who promoted the MOAS. These YouTubers who have no experience in the stock market, right? Who, because I have no experience, I have very little experience, close to none. But I don't go on YouTube and promote stocks to the moon and ask people to hold and not to sell a stock that is tanking. What I tell people is to get your money. That's what you're in the market for. That's why people gamble, to get money, not to give it away. And so you have these people, for example, my favorite GME promoter on YouTube, Marantz Rants, who is one of a few people promoting GME on YouTube. And every time you go on YouTube, it doesn't matter what you search or look up, Marantz Rants always pops up. And that's because he knows that the only way he's going to get views is if he talks about AMC. So he has to throw AMC next to GME to get the views, right? That's how it works. We all know that that's the only way you're going to get views on YouTube, is if you talk about AMC. And so Marantz Rants is another novice, another nobody who came into the scene and who decided to buy equipment and go on YouTube as a career and promote GME, right? Promote it, pump it, tell you to buy it, tell you to hold it, diamond hand it, right? It's in his description, right? And so you got these idiots who have no idea how the market works, right? Marantz gives you these positive this positive news on GME. It's always positive. It's never negative if you watch Marantz channel. There is nothing negative about GME as far as he's concerned. And if you are a normal, wise, thinking grown-up, then you know that there's no such thing as good news all the time. There's no such thing as good news all the time. You have to excuse me, people have braces, and so I'm tripping over my words. So, excuse me. But Marantz only pumps GME as a positive thing. And if you see all the positivity that he's been feeding you for all these months, the stock went up a few bucks, which is what stocks do. And just as I said a few weeks ago in one of my videos to one of the commenters who told me to go back to the Philippines because he didn't like what I was saying about GME, that I bought puts on it because stocks go up and stocks go down. And so if you only focus on stocks going up, then you're a loser because you are literally losing money. And so I bought $15 puts on GME as soon as it went up to $27. And if you watch my video a few weeks ago that I posted on GME, I said I bought puts on GME for the next 2 months for $15. And it's already at $18 already. Now, Marantz Rants wants you to believe that the only way to win on a stock is to bet one way because he's an investor, right? So he invests his money into shitty stocks like GME. And then he promotes it because he's heavy. Ape heavy? No. He's GME heavy. He's GME heavy. And so he has to promote it and gas people up in order to get that stock to go up at least $100 so that he can maybe possibly break even. And these are the people who are giving you stock advice. Marantz Rants, Phil for real. People like that. Scavenger Stonks. People like that who keep telling you nothing but positivity about these shitty stocks that if you don't train yourself, you're going to find yourself broke. You're going to find yourself broke. Because you are watching these idiots who just want to get their money. Marantz Rant's career is being on YouTube. That's his career. He's just a guy on YouTube promoting a stock that nobody cares about for a failing company. And in the same boat that AMC is right now, GME is right behind. And anybody that tells you otherwise is lying to you. They're lying to you. And now you're going to have to wait another few weeks, if not months, before you see another spike in GME. Just like any other stock. And while you guys are waiting for that spike, I'm waiting for that $15 hit that I bet on GME. It's already at $18 from the $27 high that it hit after who knows how long. And that's with positive news, according to Marantz Rants, because he has nothing but good things to say about GME. GME might as well be Santa Claus, and he's a 6-year-old. Because he's got nothing but positivity about a stock that is not going to be around in another 5 years, or about a company that's not going to be around for another 5 years. And so even with all this positivity that Marantz Rants is feeding the masses on YouTube, the stock is tanking. GME is tanking. And with all of the negativity that Bud Light is receiving, Anheuser-Busch, their stock is spiking. It's even gone higher today than yesterday. The stock continues to climb even though their profits continue to dwindle. But GME, according to Marantz Rants, which is a stock that you could never lose your money if you invest in. That's another thing you gotta be careful about, people. Anybody that tells you that you can't lose if you put your money into a stock, that's the guy you gotta watch out for. People like Marantz, people like Scavenger, like Phil For Real, like these liars and cheaters who keep promoting something in order to keep their channel going. The stragglers. And each time an old school ape leaves, you got some new scumbag coming in to take its place. And so you see the difference between what positivity can do to a stock and what negativity can do to a stock. And in this case, negativity has taken Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch stock and caused it to spike. When positivity, according to Marantz Rants, GME, because everything he says is positive, look at what's happened to the stock. What's GME going to do when they run out of people to fire in the next quarter? And they can't show good numbers, because the only reason GME has shown good numbers this quarter is because they fired people, they've let go people, and that's the only reason they showed a profit. How about next term? Next quarter, when there's no one left to fire, what's their stock price going to look like then, Marantz? What's it going to look like next quarter? You still going to sell this nonsense that GME is going to the moon? Just like everybody else who's left the AMC game, sooner or later you're going to have to leave. Sooner or later you're going to have to take down your content. Sooner or later you're going to have to change your content, just like a lot of these other YouTubers who pretended that the reason why the MOAS didn't take place was because of some bullshit they made up. And they continue to talk about it, promote it, move on to new things, change it around, and then come back when they feel things are getting better for AMC, or when talking about AMC is going to draw people to their channel. And so when you can't draw attention to your channel, like in Marantz Rants case, you talk about other YouTubers, you tease them, you get them pissed off, you get them riled up, and that gets people to view your channel, and then you promote a shitty stock like GME, people lose their money, and then you make up some bullshit as to why GME, that shitty stock like AMC, has never reached the moon. And here you have Bud, Anheuser-Busch, with all of this controversy, negativity, and the media doesn't tell you, with all these losses, according to them, all of these losses, all of these private sales that they keep talking about how Anheuser-Busch is losing, they are winning in the stock market game. And I don't think Bud in this case really cares if their stock continues to climb, if they continue to lose private profit when in their stock it's going up. And meanwhile, you got GME, that shitty stock that Marantz claims is going to the moon, tanking again. And then you've got AMC, another shitty stock that's been tanking for the past 2.5 years. And now, when it doesn't MOAS, because it never was going to MOAS, but now, since they always have a reason from phase 1 through phase 6, right? When all of that nonsense didn't take place, right? They're going to continue another 5 years from now like a religion, with hope. You even got people praying, and using God to promote this nonsense on YouTube about getting rich and using God to get rich through the market, when we know that God and money don't mix. You can't serve them both. So get your money and leave God out of it.